Black Hole is by Charles Burns. I just recently read this for the first time. It's been out for a couple years. This is what got my interest was that this is the one that David Fincher optioned for his next feature. This is Black Hole. It's a book, takes place in the mid-70s about a bunch of high school kids in Seattle. Who, you know, they like to go out, smoke some dope, have some sex. That's what they're thinking about as Seattle high school kids. What they don't know is that there's an STD going around called the bug. Some of them know, some of them don't. And what it does is it mutates you. So you've got kids who are trying to hide. I mean, as if coming of age with your body isn't awkward enough. You know, just growing hair in weird places and having your voice deepen. This STD has kids grow tails, tentacles, obvious facial problems.
Sweet.
Some of them hide them, webbed hands. It's really, really, really gross. Cool. I mean, this is a fucking awesome, hardcore book. The kids who have the obvious problems, they go off and they live in the woods.
Cool.
You know.
So their minds aren't changed. They don't become hostile or.
They don't become crazy. They don't become that. They're still teenagers, but I mean, think about your problems.
Oh yeah.
You've got a freaking snort coming out of your nose.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or you shed your skin every 24 hours.
Right.
You know, you're gonna have some image issues.
Sure.
You know, so and all of that, no one's gonna sleep with you. So there's this normal kid.
I'm gonna read the end now.
No, please don't.
Okay.
You're gonna go crazy if you do. There's a kid who has the hots for this girl in his biology class, and he starts to discover that she may have it, and it may not deter him from wanting to have sex with her.
So it's gross.
So there's some icky stuff in this book, and you're gonna read it. And what Charles Burns does really well with his writing is you're reading this book, and you see, like, there's some nudity in it, and you see this girl standing there naked, and she has an obvious tail, and you're like, would I? Would you? And you're sitting there reading it right now. You're like, Jonathan, you sick fuck. You're thinking that, Jonathan, you sick fuck. But that's kind of the idea of the horror of it all.
Sure. Is
it puts you in a mindset where you're reading this book and you're really into it, and you're following this character on. And you're in his mind as a high school kid with all of this sexual buildup, and then the one outlet is a girl with a tail, and she's perfect except for the tail, and you're like, oh man, and you find yourself at the same place with the character, and it's just really well handled, and I think David Fincher is gonna make a fucking really badass.
Hairy?
You gotta read it.
Okay.
You gotta read it.
It's a slimy tail?
Yeah, there's some sex in here, folks. There's some sex in here that will make you very uncomfortable. It'll make you feel dirty, like you should when you read comics with sex in them. So that's Black Hole by Charles Burns. I think it's a huge accomplishment. I think it's crazy. It's a great indie book. And if you guys aren't into superhero comics, this thing will run you $15, $16, and it's a thick mother. But you'll read the whole damn thing in less than a day, because it really is... yeah, it'll capture you. You'll love that. Especially if you're a sick bastard, like Big Yanks or some of our listeners like that. Gilmore would love this book. I think Gilmore...
And Gilmore would totally do the girl with the
tail. The tail would probably make him harder.
Yeah.
I think.
He'd swing around by it and, yeah.
I bet you that motherfucker has some shit growth on him. What do you think? Yeah? VJ, I mean, who knows? Who knows? I mean, he already looks like he's got a little mutant virus.